Alright, so a fork glide. I'm really scared of getting hurt and trying tricks where you might actually get hurt. So fork glide was a really good one for me to start with because it's really hard for me to see how you could get hurt. I guess there's two ways. One is if you, well, there's a few ways you can get hurt. One is if the bars turn and you slam down like this. Another way is if you were somehow going and you fell backwards like this, but I think that would take a lot and it's pretty unlikely. And then the other way you could get hurt is if you were going and you somehow fell forward over the bars onto your bike like that, and that's like the least likely thing of all. You're probably not going to fall backward, you're probably not going to fall forward, but you could very possibly slam down sideways like this. So as long as you keep yourself from slamming down sideways like that, you'll be straight. The way you keep yourself from slamming that way is make sure the bars don't turn more than you're ready for. So that's why when I first learned how to fork glide, I found when I was learning a good trick was to keep one hand on the grip and one hand on the seat. I found it easier, and eventually you'll learn to do it the regular way, but I found it easier to keep one hand on the seat because it kind of stabilized you. It kept you from falling sideways, which, as we discussed, is really the only way you'll get hurt. So when I learned it, I kept one hand on the seat, one hand on the grip, and really kind of was mindful to kind of balance or stabilize the two against each other so that the bars wouldn't turn when I didn't want them to. I think the tendency is when you see someone doing a fork glide, it looks like they're just rolling merrily along and the bike is just stable as can be and they're just kind of gliding along. But really, there's a lot of muscle involved. There's a lot of, you're forcing that bike to stay upright. Because think about it, if your bike was standing on its own like this, and then you put all your weight, or you put some, 165-pound weight on only one side of the bike, it's going down, and it's going down fast in that direction. So really what's going on when you see someone doing a fork glide is they're putting all their weight on that one side, but they're counterbalancing it with their arm strength. They're like, it looks like they're just rolling along, holding along for the ride, but really they're using a lot of strength, a lot of arm strength to twist the bike in this direction. So it's been a while since I learned to fork glide, and now, it's just really natural, it's easy for me. So what I did a second ago was I taught myself how to fork glide opposite-footed with my right foot, and man, if you're just learning a fork glide now, props to you, because I forgot how hard this shit kind of is. I mean, just felt fucking retarded trying it. It's just awkward as hell. So it kind of reminds me how much muscle development and strength it really takes to learn. So, hopefully these tips help. Go out and learn it, have fun.